Hi there, this is Doug Cuban, director of TheFort. It's Christmas 2014 and just wearing one of my presents. So really it was just a quick update, let you know where we are. I've put a few updates on Facebook, not loads lately, just been so busy. And one of the areas I've been busy with is the actual story edit of the film. To go through, close on a terabyte of footage is no small feat. It's quite a hefty amount of work. Really sorting through that and working out things like the best shots, things like that. There's just so many good shots. There's some great stuff there, and I'm trying to piece it together, and I've done it slightly differently in sort of various different ways to really just to see the kind of effect that makes on the story, and that's the key thing I'm checking at the moment is the story. It's not necessarily the technicalities of things, the grading or soundscape really, or things like that. Any of the sort of post CG stuff. I've been very much concentrating on story, though it has been tricky to keep to that, because I couldn't resist the temptation, obviously, to play around with some of the sound and bring in some of the effects that we already have, and a bit of the soundscape we have, and some of the songs or the music that's already been chosen, and sticking that in, because that certainly helps. But in fact, a lot of the portions of footage are just silent, so there's no audio. Very deliberately so, because I'm very much want to concentrate on the visual impact and just see the story unfold, really. So there's a lot of footage. There's still a lot to do on that. I've done 3 story edits. I think I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going to do one over this Christmas break, and then another one in the new year, and then I'll have I think what will be the story as I see it. We still have this one shoot left, which isn't going to be until sort of first quarter 2015. But by then, I'd like to have that sort of story blocked out. The story there, start, middle, and end, and be able to slot in that shot. Again, there's a couple of pickups. I think there's only one I've seen, and one might be nice to have. One where I definitely know we need the pickup. Just a little bit of extra footage to join up a scene in a better way, in a more synchronised way, you might say. And then I'll be in the new year really liaising a lot closer with sound, the post sound guys, and grading, and some CG. So I think I've said before, we've got a bit of CG already in the film, or already sort of done. There's a couple of other bits. There's 3 other bits of CG, computer graphics, that need to be done. They're not particularly big scenes, little effects that we need to add in, and there will be a very tiny amount when we shoot the other scene, the final scene. So it's certainly a lot going on still, and I'm learning a great deal about editing, and certainly seeing the power of editing, as well as the actual the technicals of editing and what you really have to think of. And I'm learning a lot, and thank goodness there's quite a few people in 7.5 Productions who are very familiar with Premiere Pro, and which I really like. I do like Final Cut, but I think I'm hooked on Premiere Pro now. And you can help me out with a few questions now and again. So I'm certainly by no means an expert editor, but I thought I would very much cut my teeth on this project and really get to grips. But you'll be pleased to know the sort of final release version, shall we say, will be looked at by a professional editor, someone who actually that's what they do. Editing is an art form, as far as I'm concerned, and that's not a thing I think is my real skill set, but I can tell a story with the editing tools. I know how to do that, and I can do it. So so there's that side of things. I still find myself being driving around in the car with a lot of the music that I'm playing, and making sure it sort of fits in my head, and playing that a lot, and some of the sort of sound effects. Again, there's just a few of those, and making sure that fits, because the whole soundscape thing and whole music is key. But I think the biggest, actually, I think one of the biggest areas will be the colour grading. It'll be the grading of the film. TheFort's a black and white film, but I think, you know, I want to spend, and I think it's right to spend a lot of time on that grading and getting it right. The exact look and feel that I think will work. But it looks great. Very pleased with it. I can already see stories there. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. So yeah, so I'm going to have a break for a few days, and then get back to it. It looks like I'm probably going to need yet another more hard disk space to work on it. I thought I'd sort of had enough of a sort of workspace area, but a sort of scratch area, but I can see that just ballooning. So I'm going to have to look in the sales for a very low cost external drive to help me out with that. But yeah, certainly very pleased with it. And of course, some of you will know the Finding Richard DVD came out just before Christmas, which is great. It was a really good experience. Rhys Davies did a lot of work on that with the menu system and stuff, and it wasn't easy. But we just got it out in time, and you know, we did a commentary on the film, and it was a very good experience, certainly from you know, thinking about TheFort, you know, and how that would pan out with regard to a DVD sort of release. So yeah, very useful experience. Now I learnt a lot from that too. So I'll quit my wittering. I've got a lot of chocolate waiting for me, of all varieties, and I will certainly spend certainly the next 2 or 3 days solely concentrating on the chocolate. Yeah, most definitely. So again, thanks for your support as always. Like I said, it may look, it's sort of quiet, or there's not much going on. There's not as many Facebook or tweets as I'd like to do, but it's solely because I'm concentrating on the production, the post-production itself. But there will be more. I assure you, lots more stuff coming out, and certainly in the new year, various bits of exciting news to pass on once everything's finalised. So yeah, it'll be all good stuff. So have a great Christmas, have a great break, and yeah, I don't think I'll do another video before the end of the year. I think that'll be it till 2015, which will be, I hope, the year of TheFort. So have a great time, and thanks again.